Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. We're in Kingston as we kick this one off, and we are dealing with no less than an Audi driver. Surprise, surprise. As we're going ahead here, this is rather an aggressive driver. I think they particularly don't like learner cars, and I had to do an emergency stop here. I had to react very, very quickly. This is the car in question, coming up from the right hand side there, right through the gap of cars, and he come through very quickly. We thought he was going to go, I certainly did, and as he gets around you can see by the aggressive speeding off in the 20 that this is the attitude of this individual. If you look from behind, when we had to brake quite hard there, look how close that silver car got. Just as well they weren't tailgating as some cars do, that would have ended rather ugly. But this is what happens when people drive aggressively, and then we have to react accordingly, or at least I do. Didn't get too far, just up the road here, so that got them far indeed. Now we're not quite done with this fella yet, because a little bit further up the road we have another little incident with him. So we're just going to move up to that part of the road, and as we're coming up to a set of traffic lights, you can see he's already well ahead. He's pulled up on the left hand side. Both lanes, they do go straight on. We decided to use the one with the least amount of traffic, and why wouldn't you? I'm not sure why he didn't go in this lane. He'd be next to that taxi then, wouldn't he? But he decided to go in the left lane. Both go straight on, look, no problem at all. So we pull up behind the red van, and obviously that Audi driver sees us pass him, and for some reason he takes quite umbrance to that. I'm quite sure he doesn't like the fact that as he screamed off, we've just gently caught him up. Talk about sort of saving face. So when the lights change and they move forward, he goes into a more aggressive posture, in the sense that when we get across the lights, it goes into one lane, so it's merge in turn. So there he goes as he's moving off, and then he accelerates quite hard, as you see there. And if you look how that pans out as we move off, he's having none of it. He doesn't want to merge in turn. His pole surface is to be in front of us. And there he goes, and nearly hits the taxi into the process. Very, very bad aggressive driving. We get this a lot, but sometimes not quite as bad as this individual. Someone, in my personal opinion, needs to be removed off the road. He's a danger to everybody. Okay, standard clip does this. We come across this all too often. The car in front, as they move away through this pedestrian crossing, we are approaching some traffic lights ahead. And as we approach them, they're on a green at the moment, but they change, of course. But my question is here, as they change to amber at that point, could that car in front have stopped? I think absolutely easily, but decided not to. Always remember, an amber light, stop unless it's unsafe to do so, and they certainly didn't follow that mantra at all. But this is how they become red light runners. Okay, cyclists, this one, no, when it's not them running a red light, it's doing this other issue that they do. Now, the cycle lane on the left, like keeping the 1.5 meters, but it just narrows up a little bit here. And what does the cyclist do? He passes us. We've got to give him 1.5, but apparently doesn't work the other way. And what about passing this bus? Why is he not there? Someone gets off that bus and crosses the road. He's going to hit them, probably. He just seems to be all concerned about going as quick as he can. Not the best bike riding I've seen. No, and this isn't good bike riding either. I noticed this as we was coming up to this set of traffic lights, which we're turning right at, and I noticed this cyclist on the other side that goes around the wrong way. I want to keep left. This individual here on a red light, and they just go straight across, putting themselves at risk. Why do they do that? Silly, 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 really. But there you go. What can you do? These people would take risks and then complain when someone hits them. This clip is more about courtesy than anything, an observation by me. Now, I didn't say anything to my pupil here as he was coming down this road. Car looking to come out the left, we can't go anywhere. The vehicle in front blocks it, but we leave a big enough gap that as they creep forward, they can actually get through and access where they're going to. No problem at all. I'd like to see more people doing this, but people can be very selfish and me on the road. As we go further down, We get the same thing again. There's a Mini looking to turn right ahead. No one's willing to give way and let the Mini go to release the blockage behind them, so we just take the foot off the gas, just bring the speed down without stopping. The Mini clears, we keep creeping, and then we're away. And look at the cars that was holding up. Bit of courtesy, it doesn't hurt. I don't know what the matter with some people, why they can't just let vehicles go like that. Shame, really. Okay, we're in Wimbledon Village here, and what we're looking at is a bit of selfish parking as well. Car on the left, the hazards on, in a keep clear no less, and you can see they're picking up people, so that's probably an Uber. Stop what you like, do what you want. That's generally the mantra that I've always found with Uber drivers. They just seem to do what they want, where they want, how they want, without any regard to anybody else. As we move on here, we're at the traffic lights and we're going forward, and what we're going to be looking at is a white van parked on the opposite side of the road. Not the one you can see immediately on the right, it's the one behind it. And it uses us as its with its beating stick. To be honest, it looks to pull out, and as it does so, this vehicle here, instead of pulling out, it decides to do a U-turn in the road of all places. Busy high street like this, no, we're just going to do a U-turn and carry on. Advertise your van at the same time, mate. Why don't you indeed? Okay guys, thank you for watching the video, it's much appreciated. Do like and subscribe, it keeps the channel moving forward. Thanks very much, and I'll see you again on the next video. Drive carefully, watch out for those learners. Take care for now, bye bye.